Okay, so again, this is the paid account. This one's really active. Lots of people are using it, so it's going to look different than what you have on your screen, but the basics are the same. So with Canva, my assumption is that agents would probably want to use it for listing flyers, social posts, um, listing presentations, all those kind of things. So today, why don't we just start from ground zero and we'll make a listing flyer. So you'd go up to create a design, and flyer is one of the options that comes up right here. And then this tool over here, you'll see some of the things that I've done in the past. Just this is the gem right here, real estate flyer. And there's a million trillion different designs that are already here. So you don't, it's, I mean, it's like command, right? It's right here for you. You can really disregard the colors because you can change that to whatever you want it to be. But just sort of look for the look that you'd like instead. And you can keep on going down the rabbit hole of these ways to narrow it down even more. So let's say you chose this one. You see how, can everybody online see as well how when I hover, it just goes blue? Um, you just
Yes, we
grab
can.
onto what you want to
Yep.
change, double click, and then you can change it to anything you want.
This can be done with the basic if we don't pay.
Yes.
Okay.
The difference that you'll see without paying is see the little pro with the
Yeah.
crown.
Yep.
So those designs just wouldn't be available to you.
And also some font and the brand kit.
Yeah. 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 You can see the brand kit, which we can sort of do as a higher level class another time, but brand kit is here. If you do get the paid, it has the little crown. Pretty much anything with the crown is off limits.
Okay.
But if you were happy with this, and let's say you did want to change the font, you would just select it all, go up here, and then now these don't have the crowns, so I'm sorry. Maybe I can see all the ones that are available. Um, and it's not showing which ones are the paid. Yeah, so I guess I can see them all, but you can certainly do quite a bit with what's available to you. So if I just want, all you have to do is click it and it changes the font. And then I gotta move this so I can do it. You'll see how down here it said, do you want to change everything from Poppins to Montserrat? So you got to be really selective. Don't push that unless you are committed to actually changing all the fonts, because it will change it in the whole doc. Which can be super helpful, but not if that's not what you intended. Like, for example, if I wanted this to be this really heavy font and I changed it all, it totally changes the look of the whole flyer. Yes, so up here on the left is undo. And that undo actually will go back quite a bit. So it has a lot of forgiveness. It's not just one step.
So how do you
Um,
pick the selected areas, Lauren?
how do you select the areas?
No, how do you change just the selected areas?
Oh, so let's say I only wanted to change this um, to this crazy font. You just wouldn't do anything else after that. You just unclick and it would only change that. So the only time that you have to worry about it saying change everything, I don't know why it's not doing it now. That's strange. Well, usually that pop-up would come up that says you want to change all and you have to select it. Otherwise, it's just going to do what you selected.
Thank you.
Um, so the other editing is, for example, if you don't like this color, again, it's just like changing text. You just select it, push this guy, and this part where it says KW Evolution is a brand kit. So again, we can get into that another time, but you can have your colors there. Otherwise, a part that I think is a really nice feature is if you're trying to get stuff to blend, it'll show you complementary colors. Um, or you can pick any other colors. Or if you have a specific color, you can click here and put the X code in or hex code. These gradients are really fun too. Again, there's that change all button that you don't want to push unless you want that to happen. So let's just say we're going to turn this to red. And I'm going to change all those areas to red. All of a sudden, it's the look of the flyer is totally different. That beautiful color red is the Keller Williams like brand color. I'm happy to share the hex code if you want. It's right there. So it's CEO420. Those are pulled from the brand kits for Keller Williams. So
A lot of mine, they want this was during. this was not the next survey I got, so like, before I
Yeah.
went into the attic.
yeah. So Shannon just shared, oh, John and Sylvia raised a hand. Do you need something?
Yeah, I was gonna ask you, because I see how you have the Keller Williams Evolution file there. Is that something that you can share, or is it something that you created?
I can definitely share the codes. This little thing you see here is part of these brand packages. I think it's really worth it. It saves colors you use all the time, the logos you use all the time, even the fonts you use, you can have here. But at the very least, I can just share with everybody what these color codes are, so you can enter them.
You're saying if you don't use the page, you think you should enter it every time.
Yeah, it would probably, if you kept using it a lot, it would show up in sort of your recents, but it's worth just having it set up. So then same for the font color.
Hey, Lauren, but
Mhm.
that, the brand package is something you only get if you've got a paid Canva thing, right?
Exactly.
Okay.
Yep. Yep. And again, it's really not bad. It's like I think it's 109 for the year, and there is that Keller Williams discount. I can dig that information out. Yeah, I just did it myself. It will do it
Lauren?
when you sign up or renew.
Oh, good.
Mhm.
Yeah, I think it's $14.99 a month is what I'm paying now for the paid.
Oh, man.
I'm paying 300 for the year.
Wow.
Jan, that doesn't seem right. I
I
wonder
know,
if you're paying for like a whole team's account.
Yeah.
Oh, I'll have to check.
Yeah,
just hit
definitely
the-
double check because I've had it. And I want to say it's about 109 annually.
I-
for
Yeah.
one team.
I hit the button yesterday and I couldn't believe it was 300.
Yeah, you might have signed up for a team account or something, Jan.
Okay, I'll go
Go
back.
in there and check. And their help people are really nice, so you
How do
should
you
get a
get-
response.
How do you get help online?
Yep,
Okay.
if you just go to their website.
And could you share the discount, the KW discount? Is that something you can share with us?
Yep.
Because I'm
it's a-
thinking my $14.99 a month is like $180, not 109. So
Yeah, and I know with mine, when I signed up for it, it didn't, since I had an annual, I didn't get the discount until I renewed. So I don't know, for you, Patricia, it might do it like
Oh,
starting the next month or whatever terms you've already signed up for.
okay, yep.
But yeah, I
Thanks.
will I'll find the information.
All right, thank you.
Oh, one thing also, so when you're in a color block, Shannon was reminding me that this little tool right here that says transparency, the like checkerboard, when you click that, you can adjust how deep that color is.
Oh.
So you don't have to have the full red deep color. You can narrow it down like that into a more transparency. It's really nice if you want to put sort of a film over something. Yeah, I guess it is 120 for a year for one person. Minimum 3 people on a team is 300. It sounds like that with what you did, Jan.
Well, you just saved me
And
on here.
so then changing the color of text, it's just like the color of that box. You just click what you want to change, go to the text color this time instead of that little circle. And let's say I want everything to be this gray color. And again, I want consistency in the document, so I'm going to say change all, and now it's all like that. Now, let's say that you would like to have your picture on here. Don't freak out. This might be a little bit too advanced, but we're just going to go with it. And yes, you can actually. We do 19 for templated listing flyers. If you're not a if you're a simplifier customer, then you get them for free with your listing. It's part of the deal. But if you're not, we do 19 for listing flyers. And then Jan will tell you, like, if you want a customized flyer like that, something like that, there's other fees for that. But yeah, we can definitely do it. We do all kinds of fun marketing things. I just did a CMA presentation for Sally Cody. But okay, so if you look down here, we want to put a nice picture right here of your smiling face, right? So you'll notice when I hover that this lights up as an item and this lights up as an item. Now, we could just slowly move these one by one, which is fine, except you got to make sure you line them up well. Or you can do this fabulous trick, which is hold your cursor, push down the left side of the mouse, and grab both and see how they're both together. And then when you've done that, you group them, and now that's one item, and you can just pick it up and move it wherever you want. So, yep. Yeah, I'm not sure if you can, but the phone features are limited, what you can do. So we're gonna do the same thing with this because we want to get this out of the way to, now this one's trickier because when I go to do it, see, it's grabbing the color. So now we're going to do a different grouping method, which is push the little symbol, hold the shift key and grab the letter. Everyone's remembering this, right?
So what's that when you don't want to grab it?
When you don't want to, if I tried to do it the other way, it's grabbing this.
Remove the background color to grab it along.
Right. So if you don't want to have to do that, you grab this and then you hold the shift and you grab whatever else you want and you group. And then we're going to move this over here. Okay.
I used to want to swipe my computer up.
It can be frustrating.
It's actually fun. Like I hated Canva for so long.
So now that you want to add you've got a great space for a little picture. You're going to go over to Elements and scroll down and you'll see all the different shapes that you can put your picture in. I mean, now you guys will be able to tell when you get stuff in the buzz that I make that you know, like, oh, that's how she got it to look like it was in a phone. So these are all the different shapes. There's all the things you can do. We're going to just throw a square in there. So here's our huge square. Click down and drag it where you want it. Now, obviously, that's not the size we want, so we're going to grab this corner and we're going to shrink it right down. Okay? Again, whenever you want to move, you just click and move. If you want to turn it into a rectangle, you know, anything you want. So, yeah. Yeah, if you want to change the shape and keep the proportions, you grab the corner. Otherwise, these are different shapes. Okay, so now we got to put somebody in there. So we're going to go to uploads. And this is where you can upload absolutely anything just by upload files, you know, find an image. This particular computer, I don't use a ton for work, so it doesn't have anything great in there. But you would just like you upload on any other thing. So we're going to use Tara because she was the last person in here. And we just select it and it does this. Or you can drag it. The nice thing about clicking and dragging is you can put it right where you want and you just hover over and it drops itself right in. Easy.
The problem I had when I actually did this was I couldn't get my picture centered into the box. See, I was cutting off half of my head. I couldn't
Yep.
figure out how
So
to.
this is how we do it. You click again in there and you can see the whole image and then you can shift
Oh.
it how you want.
That was easy.
You
Okay.
can also, if you click it again, you can also, let's say you want to zoom it in more, you can do that and then
Gotcha.
move it. Okay,
And so Tyler asked
Thank
me
you.
the other day about one of our pictures. I wasn't there. Did you show them or you can look at that?
so background and Tara, if it was that picture with the beautiful sunset, I was trying to get that background out and it wasn't, it was coming out, but then it had the shoulder of somebody in your picture, so. Yes, if you have Pro, again, if you click this, you'll see this tool, background remover. And it just magically, ta-da!
Oh, okay. Yeah, because I have a picture of myself that I like, but it has like a iron fence in the back. It looks like I'm sitting outside of a castle and I hate it.
Can you do that
Yeah.
again, Lauren? I missed it. Oh my God, that's phenomenal. If I would tell you
So
all
this,
this, go to do that.
I should get like a fee from Canva, but this again is a pro feature. But you just click it, you come up here to background remover, and it does it.
Oh, that's good.
Now, you might like the look of it kind of floating like this, but if you want to, you just go up here to these lines, and that will create a border. So you can choose, like, I want this border, and maybe I don't want it as heavy as that. I only want it to be 2. And it gives a little border. Now, you'll notice that you've got the red behind here, which is not terrific.
Yeah.
So now you're going to have to move that. Okay.
Hey, Lauren, I'm sorry, where was the remove background thing?
It's when you're selecting the picture, you'll see it only, and it's up here, BG remover.
Ah, okay, great.
It's oh yeah, you paid, so you should be able to see it.
Yeah, okay. Awesome, thank you.
Yep. Um, again, this might be too, but if you wanted to keep the red line like that, then you wanted to be able to have white behind her. Actually, I'm not gonna go there. Let's keep it let's keep it manageable. Some of the other fun toys that you can do on here, like let's say you want to do something really fun with this font. Well, you select the font, you go to effects, and there's all kinds of stuff you can do here. Like you can just have it be hollow, you can have it have a little bit of a shadow, you can make it neon. I mean, it's like endless stuff that you can play around with in here. You can make it curved, which clearly for this design doesn't make sense, but for something else. Even the curved one, you can adjust how it's curved. There's just so much stuff you could do with it. And same with photos, like this photo here, you can click edit, and let's say you just don't like the tones, you can change, filter it. To add a background, you would that's what I was gonna show that I mean, I'll show you quick. So you would take a square and you would put it behind the thing. And let's say we want to make the background, I don't know, gray for who knows why. This button here, position, is gonna position where that gray is. So you're gonna put it to the back. And then, oh, actually, my bad. Because there's 2 layers, you have to put it up a little bit more. You could put a photo in the background. Put a photo behind.
That as well.
Let's see. That's kind of something I've never tried to do. Yeah, I think so. Let's see. So we'll do beach.
Yeah.
So we're gonna make the see, that's the thing, is it keeps on okay, here we go. Uh this is supposed to be an intro class. Interesting. I feel like it should, it's fighting with it to go back there. Huh. All right, I don't know how to do that. Sorry.
Guarantee there's
Yeah.
a way to do that.
Yeah, there's got to be some way, but yeah. So that's the basics of just changing a flyer design that already exists. You can obviously start from scratch, but honestly, I use this all the time and I almost never start from scratch because why not get some help? So we'll go back to home and you'll see that there's endless stuff in here that you can do. So you can also do social media posts.
What goes in an Instagram feed? What size do you use? Because I feel like it changed.
It did just, it,
Pictures don't look normal.
yeah, the Instagram just changed its whole format. I think, not to be conspiracy theorist, but I think it has to do with TikTok probably getting eaten up by Meta. So everything is going to end up being the same shapes.
So what is this?
Well, there's in Canva, there's the templates that are the right shapes now. So they still have the old Instagram square,
Yeah, that's what I'm using.
but if you go to social media, the new Instagram is more of a rectangle. So yeah. And again, let's say you wanted to do it's all formatted for, you want to do an open house post, you want to do a Valentine's Day post, and it's all formatted. Oops. So the way Canva organizes things is it's going to always show you what you've worked on most recently. You can organize your projects here into folders if you'd like. You can have templates that you save all the time. And we can do a deeper dive in another class, but there's also a whole lot of apps in here that you can like do AI art, and I mean more than you could ever even imagine is available in here. One other thing that I should just note is when you're in a flyer is how to actually download it before we sign off. So they do have a printing service now that you can go through them. I've honestly never done that. I've always just printed at Staples or something if I needed to. But so let's say you want to save it to print at Staples or here at the office. You click share. You can either just share this with somebody easily right here by putting their email, or you're going to go to download. So for file types, if you wanted, let's say you wanted to post this on your Facebook, then you could save it as a PNG. If you wanted to print it, then I would suggest doing PDF to print. Now, this is only a one-page design, so there's no further questions, but if it was 2 pages and you only wanted to save one or something like that, a menu would come up, I can show you, so that you can select only 1 page of it. So we're going to just do PDF to print, and it's ready to go. The other way you can share it is a public view link. So if you wanted to, get somebody's opinion about something before you finished it, you can just copy the link and send them the link. One thing that's nice about the share, I do this with Jason a lot with designs, is when you share it with them, they can comment. So if you are sharing it with a team member or a client, they could say, I'd rather you don't use this kitchen photo, and they could put a little comment in there for you. But I think most of the time when you're using it, you would just be creating and downloading to print. So again, you just push here and make sure that you pick the correct way to download it. And I'm missing all these chats. Could I tell you the red cut? Oops, Patricia did it. Thank you, thank you. Thank you, everybody.
Lauren, can I just add one quick thing?
Yep.
So if you create any sort of design and you want to be able to use smart plans to send it out for whatever it is, you need to download it as a regular standard PDF, because then you can upload the PDF into Command and use it in a smart plan, if that was the case. If you're just going to print and do your own thing off it, that's fine. You just follow what Lauren said. But if you want to use it in a smart plan, you need it as a PDF, not as a print PDF, but as a standard PDF. And then you can upload it into Command, into your designs, and then add it to a smart plan. And again, if you ever decide to do that and you need help, just reach out to me.